This week's best MMA bets, we're talking UFC Paris, Gane versus Tuivasa. We're going to talk about locks, dogs, props, and the parlays. If you guys haven't yet, make sure to smash that like button. If you're new, subscribe. Turn those post notifications on and make sure to share the video as well. Let's jump into the lock section for this UFC Paris card, which I am very excited for. Lock one, I'm just going to start it up with Ciryl Gane. I am very confident that he beats Tai Tuivasa here. I feel like he probably gets a stoppage. Fight might look similar to the Derek Lewis matchup, though Tai Tuivasa does offer more ability with dangerous low kicks, a little bit quicker on his feet than a Derek Lewis. Yes, he's better technically too, but this matchup, it's like, how can Tuivasa really find his way inside of the much longer Gane, someone that controls distance really well and is proven to be a problem for 5 rounds? Can he outstrike Tuivasa for 5? Absolutely, but the line is not good. It's minus 515 for Ciryl Gane. Tuivasa is plus 440. You can have Gane as, a parlay piece and a bigger play, but you're really not going to have a ton of upside with him money line. You have to look towards props. Gane inside of the distance is minus 140. I do think that has a pretty good shot to hit. Tuivasa, I could see gas towards rounds 3, 4, and especially 5. Gane to win by sub, plus 575. This is like a real Hail Mary stretch. The official pick is like 3rd round KO TKO, but Gane by sub is pretty wide and it's a better line than the KO TKO if you're looking more for like pure value Hail Mary style. Otherwise, you go towards Gane, probably money line parlay piece really, or unless you throw in Drake money at it. Under 3.5 rounds is minus 120. Personal pick is yes, under 3.5 rounds, though the under is not my favorite play here. That is lock number 1. It's confidence on Ciryl Gane. The next of the locks, it's going to be Benoit Saint-Denis and Gabriel Miranda. During this week, my confidence on Saint-Denis is beginning to build. I think he matches up well versus Miranda. Miranda is going to have the submission threat, but I think Saint-Denis has a real edge in the gas tank, the toughness, the physical strength, the offensive wrestling, ability from the top. I think Benoit Saint-Denis should get a win here. And if they do end up striking, I see Saint-Denis beating Miranda up on the feet. Saint-Denis minus 265. Saint-Denis to win by KO TKO is plus 300. I do think this fight is an under 2.5 rounds, minus 175 for that. Saint-Denis, known for wins by sub, could submit the other submission somewhat specialist in Miranda. So we'll look at the line. Plus 270, Saint-Denis by submission. And that inside distance tag is minus 105, so it's not great. He's a big money line favorite, around minus 265, but he is a confident pick. It's Benoit Saint-Denis, lock number 2. The next one, it is Abbas Magomedov over Dustin Stoltzfus, Abu Sipian. We got to go Abbas to win. He's a finalist in the PFL 2018 tournament. I think that's a pretty respectable accomplishment. Since then, he's won 2 straight fights. He did lose that bout in the tournament. He got knocked out in 1 punch. I think Abbas is technically going to have more tools than a Dustin Stoltzfus. I think he probably can out-wrestle him. With the striking, Stoltzfus is okay, but he's limited, man. Sometimes will only throw rear hand shots, doesn't really throw too many jabs, a little bit stiff. I think Abbas is a better kickboxer, and he's also more versatile standing up, and he has like a better rhythm to his striking, more head movement, more side to side. I like Abbas Magomedov to win. I definitely think the wrestling is in the back pocket. Even if he chooses to strike here, I think he could take Stoltzfus down at any point. I do feel like Magomedov to win by sub is kind of a smart play because the line for it is plus 475. I'm going to be picking Abbas Magomedov to win via submission, though he does have skills on the feet. Plus 125 for inside distance if you were like undecided on method of victory. Magomedov KO TKO is plus 285. We're riding with Abbas Magomedov. The money line minus 260, not awful. And then the under 2.5 is around minus 108. Even money on either side, over or under. That is, I think, a very quality lock with Magomedov Next of the locks, this is a very competitive fight, but one I see success for Charles Jourdain as lock 4 over Nathaniel Wood. He's at minus 138 at the low end, around minus 140. Quality line here, in my opinion, for Charles Jourdain, who I think has a real good shot to beat Nathaniel Wood in this fight. Over 2.5 rounds. Minus 145. Let's see. Jourdain to win by a decision, plus 250. I know some people have felt they might see a Jourdain KO. I'll give that line. It's plus 280, but I personally am leaning it to go a bit longer, though Jourdain definitely has the ability to get the finish. I respect Nathaniel Wood's game, though. He's not an easy fight at all. The line is close here, and I think a quality money line attack for Charles Jourdain. He's a good play, in my opinion. Definitely a piece for the parlays if you're looking to add some steam with close lines. Good play. Charles Jourdain, quality lock, win over Nathaniel Wood. Next of the locks, it's going to be Nasrat Khakparast at minus 204. John Makdessi at nearly plus 200 money. Makdessi's an OG. He comes to bang. He mixes up shots inside well. He has power in his hands. He's dangerous from outside with his kicks. Granted, I think Nasrat's technically better and will have the edge in this matchup and should get it done, but it's not going to be an easy fight. Nasrat, the fairly strong favorite. I mean, Makdessi also 37, coming off a bit of a layoff. Granted, the win was against Ignacio Bahamondes on a split decision in that last one. I mean, the win ages fairly well, but ultra competitive result. As far as Makdessi to win, or excuse me, Khakparast to win, not Makdessi, but I guess because I said that, I'll give you Makdessi by KO. It's plus 650. I'm not saying that's likely at all. Khakparast to win by decision, plus 125. I do think Khakparast wins a decision, over 2.5, minus 205. Nasrat Khakparast to get the W here. We're going with our guy Nasrat to win against John Makdessi. I feel like he gets it done. Yeah. I think he's going to pull it off. I feel like he's going to be able to control the distance. I think the jab will be there for him. I don't want to say I don't love Nasrat. John Makdessi is just not. I think at 37 he's not the guy to beat him. Though I think Nasrat has, I don't want to say a cap to his level, but like when you see him turn it up in competition, he loses. But beating a guy like John Makdessi to me is a must for Khakparast. So that's why there's a lot of confidence on him from me. And then I believe that is the slate of locks. I guess I'm going to like semi-asterisk a Robert Whittaker to win as a high confidence pick. I do believe he wins, but such a difficult fight with Vettori, and he's a little bit of a favorite there. You look at the matchup, if it's a lot of clinch grappling, like Vettori could still steal it, I think Whittaker wins. If it was 5 rounds, I'd actually be more amped to, consider Whittaker more in the lock section. But right now, because of 3 rounds, some certain circumstances around it, the maybe for Vettori is kind of there more so, I think. But I am picking Rob Whittaker to win that. I wanted to bring that fight up. We will jump to the dogs. If you guys haven't, smash the like button and let's talk some UFC underdogs for this week. When I'm picking these dogs for the show, does not mean each of them is a pick to win, but it's who I believe has the upside of the odds and upside of the possibility. So first of the dogs, I'm going to list it up. Number 1 is my favorite one, to be honest with you guys. Joaquin Buckley at plus 220. I actually am picking him to win against Nasruddin Imavov. He is a very powerful striker. He fights very well in close distance. He has an explosive advantage on Imavov. I think he hits harder as well, though Imavov is good with his kickboxing. He's quality from range, does have a bit of a ground game as well. But for me, Buckley is going to find the chin. I see him knocking the taller Imavov out with strikes in the second round. I'm going with Buckley by KO TKO, though I like the money line better. Plus 415, Buckley wins KO TKO, under 2.5, minus 125. Let's see. I think the under. I think we're going under. I think Buckley gets the knockout here. I like him as a dog, good plus, and a possible, but I think quality possible pick. The next of the dogs, I'm going to list this one off, is not necessarily a pick. I was torn on the pick, but I did still pick Stephanie Egger. So the pick Stephanie Egger. But if you're betting in this fight, you're not betting Stephanie Egger money line. Minus 243, just recently lost. Perez plus 250. It's how good is Perez's wrestling? What's it going to look like at the top level? I mean, we've seen it, regional scene, but when you jump to the UFC, it's another caliber. And Stephanie Egger is a judoka. Win over Jessica Rose Clark, too. Stephanie Egger is not an easy matchup. I'm going to pick Egger to win, right? But the betting side, if you're throwing money down, you're looking plus 250. Not a terrible play towards Perez, especially women's MMA. Dog or pass it. I do think we go over 2.5, which is around minus 108. Perez to win by decision, plus 540. Egger to win by decision, plus 250. I'm picking Egger, but if you're betting it, like, you have to go towards the Perez side. I don't think you're throwing down on the Egger line, especially short notice. The next, this dog is Faraz Ziam with Michael Figlock. Listen, if Figlock is not putting heavy pressure, if he's getting kept at range, Faraz Ziam has the technical kickboxing tools to win this fight from kickboxing range for over the full 3. Like, I don't see it as an impossibility. Figlock was the official pick. He's debuting in the UFC. He's shown good skills outside of the UFC. Cage Warriors, quality organization. But when you're jumping into the octagon, now you're fighting Ziam, who has some experience. He's pretty good from distance, too. The pick is Figlock, but if you're betting the side of Figlock, you're probably going light. If you're going on Ziam, a lot of people have talked about him as a quality dog. I do agree that underdog value. He's not a terrible play. Taking on a debuting Figlock, I could see him win the fight by decision. Ziam to win by decision, sitting at plus 290, though I like the money line better. Over 2.5 rounds, minus 265. That is the Faraz Ziam dog line. This matchup here, William Gomez and Jarno Aarons. I don't want to tell you go out and throw a ton down on Jarno Aarons, but I do have to list he's a plus 190 dog, and it's a fight. Gomez pick, I do think he has the tools to get it done. I think he actually could get the knockout in this one, but I do see the upside to people want to throw it at the dog, especially a matchup with 2 debuting guys. Gomez in Paris, Aarons from the Netherlands. It's a hell of a matchup. Those are the dogs that I felt like talking about really here. I do want to bring up a couple of the potential prop bets to play on this one if you're looking to attack some prop lines. The prop that I really feel like, to me, makes sense, I guess, would be the Whittaker-Vettori over. Let's see what the line is. Minus 275 range, which is expected. But I like the Whittaker-Vettori over. I do think it goes over. I think Whittaker wins by decision. That line, minus 105. I don't love the prop section here this week. DiCirico and Kopylov is a pick'ems matchup, so if you were confident towards either side, I don't think it's a terrible money line attack. I do kind of feel like this fight goes over at minus 170, but I'm hearing whispers of under simply because you got 2 guys with backs kind of against the wall needing wins. DiCirico, if he's got the Italian fans in Paris, which I bet some of them will come out, he's going to push for that stoppage. I feel like those are really the props I feel like talking about. Taha Quinones, I think that's a close fight. It could go the full 3, but I mean, if they start mixing it up, somebody could get stopped there. I lean it towards the over, so I will list the over out. Over 2.5 rounds is minus 160. Under 2.5 plus 160. Plus 158. I feel like those are some decent little value bet style / props for that section. I want to jump to the parlays because that's where the excitement really begins. Let's be honest, guys. Parlay number 1. You tell me I have $100. I have to throw down. It is Charles Jourdain with a quality amount. Plus 136, Abus Magomedov as well. I think this is a good plus money play. I think it's likely winners, and I really feel like the line on Jourdain is pretty good here. Stephanie Egger, if it was Lady Luck, Stephanie Egger on the slate too brings you to like plus 220 something, but that wasn't intentional. If you added in a Benoit Saint Denis, bring you to plus 220. If you added in Cyril Gane, which I believe a lot of people will, it's only bringing you to plus 276. It's not really much plus with Cyril. If you want to go dog attack, I think you go with money dog Joaquin Buckley, plus 1,000. How much more do I really want to add to the slate? I feel like you're getting in riskier territory if you're playing down. Let's see the over here. Over 2.5 with Whitaker Vittori, plus 1492. If you went nuts with this one. But I like a lot is Jourdain and Abus Magomedov. I think that's a good play. You could go Jourdain, Abus, Buckley for the 3. I'll bring that one up to, have a little bit of a cleaner parlay because this one is a wild man play. Let's go Abus Magomedov. Ooh, let's get the parlay up. Abus Magomedov. Charles Jourdain, plus 136. Do we add in Cyril? Probably not. Plus 177. You're going towards dog money. You want a Joaquin Buckley. Plus 644 if you have Joaquin Buckley in the mix. I think this is a pretty decent play. I don't hate the idea of it. 3 fighters that definitely could come through. And you got a dog attack on the line. Good card coming up, man. I'm excited for this card. As I'm looking through these matchups, we got some good fights. Bet intelligently. Don't go too crazy with the parlays, but definitely enjoy yourself. Violent festivities. I got Moneyline tomorrow with Jessica Rose Clark as the co-host because Mike Finch is not available. It's his anniversary. So, shoot him a DM. Happy anniversary for him. And then Friday, weigh-in recap. And then Saturday, of course, full card, fight companion. You guys don't want to miss a thing. So keep it locked in here at MMA Experts. Make sure to subscribe if you have not yet. Smash that like button. Make sure to share the video as well. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. Drop a W in the chat if you don't have anything to say. And also, make sure those post notifications are turned on so you don't miss a video. Much love, my people. Thank you all so much, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace, everybody.